My name is Kelly Nauerhase, and I am doing Reebok Introducing the Older Generation. Some of Reebok's main focuses are athletes and endorsements, teams, hip-hop, culture, fashion, and urban lifestyle, as well as the newest trend, CrossFit. Some of the athletes that Reebok endorses is Peyton Manning, as well as his younger brother Eli Manning, Venus Williams, and then Yao Ming of the NBA. Yao Ming has had the opportunity to partner with Reebok and create a shoe, and this one right here is known as the Reebok Pump Omni, and he also has other options such as the Reebok Pump Omni Lite as well as the Hex Ride. Reebok also partners with a lot of the NBA, NHL, and the NFL. They have long-term licenses to manufacture merchandise including uniforms, sideline apparel, practice apparel, and as well as footwear. Right here we have a lot of hip-hop icons such as Swizz Beatz, Rick Ross, and Pharrell Williams. They all have contracts and are endorsed by Reebok. Pharrell Williams set aside his ice cream collection, which was one of the best marketing techniques because it was word of mouth, and which created people attracted to it more, and has created such a different marketing technique for the shoe industry. And these three lately and today is the new collection, the new frenzy of shoe collection, which has been such a craze. Reebok has gotten into the urban lifestyle and fashionable lifestyle. They're less focusing on, I mean, they also focus on athletic apparel and shoes, but they want to focus on casual apparel and shoes. These shoes allow people to be creative, have different colors, different styles for different seasons and different tastes and different collections. CrossFit is also a big addition to Reebok. It is one of the most interesting athletic events that people do. So they've created such a shoe that goes along with all the types of athletic and fitness stuff that the CrossFit athletes do. Although Reebok is associated a lot on the younger youth and everything about them, they have also forgotten about the older generation, those who have been with us for the longest time. When you think of the older generation, you think of these typical shoes. Very plain, very black, Velcro, absolutely ugly, and it's definitely something that we want to change. The new shoe idea, obviously I couldn't create one on Photoshop because I am not that talented with Photoshop, but we want to get rid of this plain Velcroed shoe and go with something new. We want something that's comfortable yet supportive, accessible, affordable, but also sleek and stylish. Of course, we want more options for them. This is very limited and very plain. We want to add colors, patterns if so. We can also leave this shoe as an option because some people are attracted to it and like it, but we definitely want to create more options, something with more support, new technology to go along with the older generation and their needs. Also, it gives us the opportunity to beat out the competition because no other shoe company really focuses on the older generation, and that's why Reebok wants to do that. Why the older generation? Because they make up a large portion of our economy. As of 2010, there are 40.3 million people who are 65 and older in the US, and that is accounting for 13% of the total population. And that is a lot of people that we are not considering, especially when it comes to the shoe industry. The older generation is also living a longer and active lifestyle. They need more options because their advances in modern technology and medicine, also insights on lifestyle and other environmental influences are helping people live much longer and more active. When we think of older people, we think of, oh, they're shriveled up and they're inside, and that's not necessarily the case anymore. They are out and they're doing activities, they're retired, and they have more time to go and travel and do other fun things. And as of 1950, there were only 3,000 Americans that were considered old generation, and by 2020, there will be over 1 million, and that's something we have to compensate for. People are not necessarily always so generous when and active when they are turning into the 65 era. And that is why we need to create something for them too, something that's supportive and stylish. Because half of all Americans' population of 65 and older show evidence of osteoarthritis in at least one joint. And that's something when creating a shoe that we can also help. Some negative effects that we should consider when endorsing this new shoe is that Reebok could lose its cool because it's associated with a lot of the younger generation, and the younger generation might not want to associate themselves with the older generation. We must really consider this factor when we design the shoe and market the shoe to do it appropriately and make sure that, oh, this is for the older generation and you have your own styles. When it comes to marketing, we can do a lot of fun things with this. We can have a lot of commercials of old people being so happy and so happy that they're on their feet and active. You could also throw in Betty White to make it a cool factor, because our generation, along with the older generation, can associate with this. She's funny and she's charismatic and she's active and she's also older than 65. So that's something that we can associate with our shoe. Also, we can also put in the factors of the Mannings. They're both endorsed by Reebok, also along with the NFL, and they also have a mom, and she wants to support them too, but she doesn't necessarily want to wear a shoe that a 20-year-old would. So that would also be a very good endorsement technique and marketing technique, because it shows that, oh, Peyton Manning and Eli Manning's mom are wearing the Reebok old generation shoes. Maybe my mom could do it. That'd be cool. The whole family's wearing Reebok. Also, we're very big on the culture, the urban lifestyles when it comes to Reebok. So we could also have rappers such as Rick Ross and such as Swizz Beatz having their parents too affiliated with the shoes, along with commercials and ads and whatnot, just to put in a cool factor, because